Hi guys, I'm a Forester here with a video for my knife friends. I've been neglecting y'all lately, and I really have not been buying that many knives. I've only bought maybe 2 over the past couple of years. But I had a question for you. When do you know that you have enough knives? And this knife is what brought that question to mind. So I went into my knife drawer the other day, and by the way, I do carry my knives every single day. But I went into my knife drawer just to see what I would carry that day, and this knife came into view. It wasn't on top of the pile. I was rummaging around a little bit. And by the way, I don't know how many knives I have. I think I have under 100 knives, but I get asked that question from time to time, and the answer is I don't know. I've tried to count, and I've gotten up to 60 or 70, and then I sort of lose interest in rummaging around anymore. But this knife came into view, and my thought was, what is that? Well, I would have to be blind not to see that it's a SOG, so that stands out. There it is again on the pocket clip. They make that very obvious. But other than that, I didn't have any recollection where I got this knife or anything about it. I know that I've done videos of just about all my knives, so I went on my own channel and looked to see what I could find about this knife. And by the way, it does have assisted opening, and it opens pretty strongly. So this is the SOG Sideswipe. I did review it my own channel on my own video to find out a little bit more about it, refresh my memory. And this was a gift to me from, I think his name was That's Pap's Knife. And he gave me over a certain period of time a lot of different things, and I've enjoyed using them over the years. Now this is one that I haven't used that much, and that was my point. So I doubt that I've carried it, although it's a great, just around the house, everyday knife. So I won't do a review of it. You can watch my video, but it does have a lock back, and one feature it has is you can lock the blade either in the open position or in the closed position. One thing I will mention is one reason I probably haven't carried it is that the blade is just as dull as can be. I couldn't cut anything if I had to. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a paper cutting test here because it won't cut it. I guarantee it. It won't even start to cut it. I'd have to stab the paper to cut it. So I'm going to sharpen this after I get through with this video, and then I'll add a little section at the end where I see how sharp I can get it and do a paper cutting test inside. But anyway, this knife brought the question to mind, how many knives are too many? When you get to the point to where you've got knives that you never carry, maybe you have too many. And I will say I've noticed lately, I still follow all my knife friends, and I have noticed lately that some people are selling their knives. And that thought has crossed my mind from time to time. Back when I was making a lot of knife videos, I did sell a few knives, but not many. And so I'm going to bring in some other knives for comparison maybe. I'll leave that there for now. But the knife that I carry the most, without a doubt, is this one right here, the Kershaw Skyline. And y'all are very familiar with that. So I keep that blade fairly sharp. I use this, it's a great just all-purpose knife. And there it is next to the Sideswipe. So this is a knife I won't sell, I'll keep that one. The 2 most recent knives that I bought is this one and this one. Both are case knives. This one, well, I'll show you. It's the Coke bottle. There it is. It's case, small swell center jack, but they typically call it the Coke bottle because of the shape. And this one is the Amber Bone Peach Seed Jig Stockman. You can see the model number and all there. And I don't carry these all that much. They're fairly new in my collection, but they're so pretty. I love this handle material, cover material, and I hate to scar them up. I do carry them from time to time, but they don't get a lot of carry, and they're fairly new knives to me, so you would think that I would be more interested. This one has seen a lot of attention on my channel. So this is the Benchmade 940, and I will note, I've noted it before, this is an old Benchmade 940, because notice the antenna on that butterfly. So they took those off, I forget what year, but they took those off a long time ago. I love this knife, and I've said over the years that this was my favorite knife of all. And I did change the clip there to a deep carry clip. But I have found that I am not carrying this as much now. I reach for this one over this one most days. But I still love this knife, and I plan to keep it. A knife that I carry from time to time for yard work is this one. So this is a Victorinox, and I call it my grafting knife. You only sharpen the blade on one side, but when I'm in the garden pruning plants or cutting tomatoes, I usually have this in my pocket just to so I don't do any damage when I'm picking some fruit. All right, so here's the question I want to pose. When is it time? Well, I already posed one question. How do you know when you have too many knives? And this was one clue for me. And when you go to sell your knives, are you considering selling your knives? That's a question. So I have considered over the years selling different collections of mine. And one collection, and I just brought one out to represent that collection. This is my favorite one in the collection of sages. So this is, I believe, the Sage 4. I didn't look that up beforehand. It's hard to keep them all straight. But I have, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 sages. I tried to get the whole collection. The last one I got was the FRN handles, the lightweight one. This is my favorite because of that desert ironwood handle that has turned dark over the years. I've had this a long time, but even though this is my favorite, probably the one that I carry the most is that lightweight Sage with the FRN handles. But I have considered selling my whole Sage series. You know, I just have so many knives. And it took me a long time to put that collection together. So, I don't know, am I crazy? And is it better to sell them one by one or the whole collection together? I don't know. Give me your thoughts on it. But that's one collection that I have considered selling. Another, so I went through a phase where I was collecting self-defense knives. Someone asked me recently in a comment, what do you mean by the word tactical? Well, when I say tactical, I mean self-defense. So this is one that I got. This was one of the last self-defense knives that I got. There it is in the box, and it's rarely come out of this box. I doubt that I've carried this more than, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, definitely not more than 5 times. It's a beautiful knife. I've admired them for years and years and years, and this will go off screen, but it comes out. There's the blade. Doesn't have a scratch on it, I doubt. So it's like new. This was an expensive knife. It's a beautiful knife, and I really desired this for a long time. But it is so big, and you know, for self-defense, I have other options that take up less pocket space. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why you carry or don't carry a knife. Came with some little extras. There was a little pin that came with it, but this generally has stayed in the box. This is one that I probably would sell. And then probably my favorite collection, and I'll move this out and try to zoom out a little bit. Okay, I collected Klotzli knives, and I have 3 of them. There aren't that many in the collection. This is the one that I carry probably the most, and I'm not going to give you the model numbers. Well, here's, it says Sarah. I didn't look all this up beforehand. But this is the small gentleman folder in Klotzli. These are such high quality knives. I hope you can make that out. And I just enjoy them. I put them on par with the Sabenzas. And I have 3 or 4 Sabenzas, different models. But there's one, I carry that one the most. This one is the one I carry the least. In fact, I maybe have not carried it at all. So this was their tactical self-defense knife. Let's see what the box says. I got it from New Graham Knives. I think I got all 3 of these from New Graham. But this is a push button locking mechanism. So I don't particularly care for that, but I think it might be only one of 2 push button knives that I have. It's a beautiful knife. I really like it, but I just don't carry it. But that's a tactical knife, and I would probably carry that before I would carry this Microtech. Now this one is my favorite of the Klotzlis. It's the first one I got and the one that I wanted the most. I'll take it out and let me see if I can show you. Well, it doesn't have anything on the box. But this is a Walker, I think it was a Walker 05 if I remember right, and I love the design of this knife. I love these handle scales. I like everything about it. Now there's different reasons why I don't carry a knife, why I carry one or I don't carry one. The reason I don't carry this one is I don't want to damage it. I don't want a single scratch on this knife. I just enjoy looking at it and fondling it. I'm not going to carry it and scratch it up and damage it. That is a beautiful knife. And I doubt I would part with this one, but if I was going to sell knives, this is a likely collection that I would go to because I don't carry them. I do carry my Sabenzas a little bit. So I have a set of knives, including this one and this one that's set on my dresser top, and those are the knives I go to the most often. There's collections that I have and knives like this one that are some of my favorite knives that I carry occasionally, but not as much as I used to. Then there's other collections like this one and the Sage series that I maybe get out and fondle from time to time, but like the Sages, the lightweight FRN is the one I carry the most. And then there's knives like this one right here that I don't carry at all. And so why have it? I'm going to sharpen this one. I'm going to sharpen that blade and see if it makes a difference in whether I'll start carrying it or not. You know, sometimes it's not just, you can't come up with a reason why. It's not a tangible reason that you're conscious of why you carry or don't carry a knife. Sometimes it's unconscious. It's not something you really think about. You're just drawn to a knife for a certain reason. To me, it's this one. It's a do-all everything knife that it's not high value. I don't know what they cost now. I think I paid maybe $50 or less for it, but it takes a sharp edge. It does everything I want it to do, and I just love this knife. So it's the knife I'm going to the most often right now. That's my knife video for my knife fans. Sorry I haven't made more lately, but I just haven't been buying that many knives. So I'll see y'all later. Give me your thoughts down below on how you view your knife collection. When do you know that you have enough knives, and are you considering selling your collection like I see some online? Y'all take care.